Right. The 2025 Women's Royal Rumble just happened, and I think that this one was a lot better than the men's version. They nailed it with the returns. They had a bunch of good people come in for the returns. We saw the returning Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and Nikki Bella, and it was great. Unlike the men's Rumble where we didn't see any returns, but the story was more driven. But I think the Women's Royal Rumble really did a good job of spreading out who could have possibly won the match, like throughout the entire Rumble, Whereas the men, the back half was the only really part that you need to watch. I mean, Io entering at number 1 as probably, or 2, as probably the favorite to win it. Liv entering very early as another favorite to win it. Then Roxanne at number 3 putting on an incredible show. Adding these people in early made the Rumble so much better. And it was great to see Alexa Bliss back, and she didn't look like she missed a step. She was amazing in the ring. I loved her little Bray Wyatt tribute during her entrance. It was amazing to see Charlotte back, and it was amazing to see Nikki Bella, who even looked good despite all the time off. So the Rumble was pretty well handled, but what about the winners? So obviously, Charlotte Flair won the Rumble, and I really didn't like it. I feel like it's really obvious that Nia is going to now win the Chamber to challenge Tiffany at WrestleMania because that's the story they've been building, which means we're left with Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley again. And I feel like while these two are good wrestlers, this is turning into a Rock Roman situation where I am so sick of seeing Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley go after one of each other again and again and again. We need to find some new hierarchy of the mountain because I'm tired of seeing this happen. And I don't think that Charlotte should have won another Royal Rumble. I mean, she was just returning. You obviously could have had her do WrestleMania anyways with whoever you wanted. Nobody wants to see another Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley matchup. My personal favorite to win the Royal Rumble was a bit controversial, but I wanted Alexa Bliss to win. A returning Alexa Bliss winning the Rumble and then going after maybe Tiffany Stratton for the women's title sounds a whole lot more fun than another Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley match. So, other than my feelings about the winner, how'd the Rumble go? So I told you it started off really, really hot because, Io Sky, Liv Morgan, and Roxanne Perez were the first 3 women to come out. They put on an amazing showing throughout the match, and it was incredible. Then, during the middle of the match, we kind of got that pure fusion group of domination and destruction legends collective group that came out and did their thing for a little bit, which was interesting to say the least. I don't think anybody really cares about their fusion, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. You had the return to the Royal Rumble, or I guess the debut of Jordynne Grace. She was really good in the ring, and having her go up with Charlotte Flair for a little bit was really cool. You had Alexa Bliss return, which I was very, very happy about because I didn't think, I thought it might have happened coming in, but thank you, but I'm trying to. Okay. Anyways, I really thought that I didn't know she was returning, but when she did return, I was really hoping she would win the Rumble as a surprise win. Kind of like what happened with Jey Uso, but better. And then Charlotte Flair returning at number 27 was pretty cool, although I expected her to get eliminated pretty quickly. There's the whole thing with Nia Jax, where honestly she probably should have won the Royal Rumble other than Charlotte Flair, because I feel like Nia and Tiffany was always going to be what happened at WrestleMania, and by not having that happen now, it makes the Royal Rumble decision very predictable, which makes the Elimination Chamber very predictable. Whereas with Rhea, you could have really had anybody challenge for the title. So I feel like even Nia would have been a better option when she entered, and I think she made it to the final 3. And then number 30 came around, and it was Nikki Bella. Now, don't get me wrong, Nikki Bella, great wrestler, excited for the return. But man, oh man, did I want to see AJ Lee back. it was so disappointed when you get the "you can look but you can't touch" instead of the "light it up." I was so disappointed. And well, at this point she might never return. So it's kind of sad to see that AJ Lee didn't come back, but pretty good match overall. I would have liked to see Alexa Bliss win. I mean, Roxanne Perez. 1 second, let's talk about her. She put in an amazing shift at this Rumble, coming out at number 3 for NXT and lasting until the final 2. I think she or Liv Morgan set a new record in the Royal Rumble. And I mean, she was so good throughout the entirety of the Royal Rumble, the whole over an hour that she was in there. And I was really impressed with her performance. I really hope after this they decided to move her up to the main roster. Hopefully put an Intercontinental or US title on her and keep her moving forward, because she's such a good wrestler and she deserves to win. Now, I really like what they did with the heels and Liv Morgan specifically eliminating Alexa Bliss, because I think that gained her a lot of heat. Will you stop? My echo keeps coming after me. And, giving her a lot of heat, and maybe even set up a match later. But I think that it's very, very predictable what's going to happen. I feel like Nia's going to enter the chamber, she's going to wreck everybody, and she's going to win the chamber. It's going to be Nia versus Tiffany at WrestleMania, because that's what it was always going to be. Having that is not going to be very fun. One more thing I want to talk about is Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green put in a decent shift there. But what I noticed in this Royal Rumble is the Piper Niven hate. Now, I'm not the hugest fan, but I think that Piper Niven is one of the more underrated wrestlers on the WWE roster. And I feel like she got so much hate for being in that Rumble, while Chelsea Green got popped so much. And I feel like she deserves more than to get booed by everybody else. Anyways, these are my thoughts on 2025 Women's Royal Rumble. Do I think that Charlotte should have won? Absolutely not. I do not want to see another Charlotte versus Rhea. I think that Alexa Bliss should have won, which would have been really fun, but I think that the most obvious choice was Nia, probably the safest choice, and the favorite choice was Io. So I think there was 3 way better contenders than Charlotte Flair for this spot, but we'll see what happens. Hope you guys enjoy. See you next time. Bye.